Forget the boisterous pranks and dreams of Hokage. Naruto Uzumaki, the ostracized container of the Nine Tails, discovered a power unlike any chakra. Cards, imbued with an unsettling elasticity, danced in his hands. This wasn't just ninjutsu, it was Nen, a power whispered of in forbidden scrolls. A power eerily similar to the abilities of the infamous hunter, Hisoka. Could the demon sealed within him be more than just a monstrous chakra wellspring? Could it be the vessel for a legendary Nen user reborn?
Naruto was bored. The fights with his bullies weren't enough to satisfy him. The boy's life would change when he met Danzo. Naruto's journey under Danzo's tutelage diverges sharply from the path of a traditional ninja to something far more intense and shadowy. With his insatiable hunger for battle, he is thrust into a world where the line between right and wrong blurs. Phase 1. Mental conditioning. The training begins with breaking down Naruto's identity to rebuild him as a perfect soldier for Danzo's route. He undergoes rigorous psychological conditioning designed to suppress his emotions, particularly his inherent empathy and bonds with others. Naruto is taught the harsh realities of the shinobi world through controlled exposure to traumatic scenarios, enhancing his resilience and obedience. This phase aims to instill unwavering loyalty to Danzo and the root organization. Phase 2. Physical endurance and combat skills. Naruto's physical training is brutal and relentless. He is pushed to his limits daily, enhancing his stamina, strength, and agility. Danzo introduces him to a variety of combat styles, focusing on those that promote stealth, assassination, and the efficient disposal of enemies. Naruto learns to master his chakra control under extreme conditions, often practicing for days without rest. With Danzo discovering Naruto's innate affinity for wind release, a rare and potent nature transformation, his training intensifies, focusing on mastering this elemental power to its fullest potential. Wind release, known for its ability to cut and tear through almost anything, becomes a cornerstone of Naruto's development under Danzo's ruthless guidance. Naruto learns the basics of wind manipulation. The initial phase of this specialized training involves Naruto learning to manipulate wind chakra on a fundamental level. Danzo and his team of root instructors introduce Naruto to the concept of chakra flow and control, teaching him to infuse his chakra with the natural element of wind. This phase is arduous, requiring Naruto to maintain intense focus and control over his chakra, a skill that is painstakingly developed through countless hours of meditation and practice. Once Naruto grasps basic wind manipulation, his training progresses to weapon infusion. Danzo emphasizes the strategic advantage of wind-enhanced weaponry, demonstrating how to imbue kunai, shuriken, and even blades with wind chakra to increase their lethality. Naruto learns to extend his wind chakra beyond his body, creating blades of wind that can slice through solid rock. This skill not only augments Naruto's arsenal, but also teaches him the importance of precision in combat. Understanding the versatility of wind release, Danzo ensures Naruto masters its mobility-enhancing capabilities. Naruto is put through grueling exercises designed to increase his agility and speed, using wind chakra to propel himself with bursts of speed, or to execute high-speed maneuvers that make him a difficult target to hit in battle. This phase of training also includes learning how to create powerful gusts for defensive maneuvers, able to deflect projectiles and create openings in enemy defenses. Lastly, Danzo teaches Naruto how to use his wind release for stealth operations. This includes creating silent breezes to mask sounds, using wind to misdirect or confuse enemies, and even manipulating air currents to hide his movements. Naruto learns to become like the wind itself, unseen, unfelt, and deadly in its precision. This training cements his role as a formidable assassin for Root, capable of taking down targets without leaving a trace. Under Danzo's tutelage, Naruto becomes a master of wind release, his abilities honed to a razor's edge. Yet, this power comes at a great cost to his soul and humanity, as each lesson drags him further away from the path of the typical ninja and deeper into the shadows of the world that Danzo inhabits. Phase 3. Tactical and intellectual development. Understanding that brute strength alone does not make a great shinobi, Danzo ensures Naruto's training encompasses strategy, espionage, and psychological warfare. Naruto is taught to analyze and predict enemy movements, to see through deception, and to use his environment to his advantage. He participates in mock missions that simulate real-world scenarios of sabotage, assassination, and intelligence gathering, often against his fellow Root members, to simulate high-stress, life-threatening situations. Phase 4. Mastery of emotion and pain. Perhaps the most grueling aspect of Naruto's training is learning to master his response to pain and fear. Through exposure to controlled environments where he faces severe physical and psychological stress, Naruto learns to suppress his natural reactions to fear, pain, and fatigue. Danzo believes that a ninja who cannot control his emotions is a liability. This phase is crucial in transforming Naruto into a weapon devoid of hesitation and remorse. Phase 5. The Art of Killing. The final and most controversial phase of Naruto's training with Danzo is learning the art of killing. Unlike the traditional shinobi education that focuses on incapacitating or outmaneuvering opponents, Naruto is taught to kill efficiently and without hesitation. This training involves desensitization to bloodshed and death, using captured enemies or condemned prisoners as subjects. Naruto learns various techniques for silent killing, the anatomy of key kill points on the human body, and the psychological manipulation of his targets before delivering the final blow. Throughout this rigorous training, Naruto's inherent nature battles with the harsh indoctrination of Danzo's root. Naruto's encounter with Sai marks a pivotal moment in his journey within the shadows of Danzo's root organization. Both molded by the harsh realities of their training, they find in each other not friendship, per se, due to their conditioning, but a semblance of understanding, a shared existence under the weight of their missions. Their first assignment together, under the oversight of Fu Yamanaka and Toru Naburam, is not just a mission, but a critical test of their abilities and loyalty to Root. Assigned to eliminate a noble of the Land of Fire, the noble in question was a traitor. Naruto and Sai are told they must carry out the mission on their own. This directive serves as a stark reminder of their purpose within Root. To be silent shadows enacting the will of their enigmatic leader. Naruto conjures playing cards with his nen. Rushing headfirst into the noble's estate, Naruto's approach is both rash and direct, unbecoming of a Root agent. The playing cards, imbued with his chakra, become lethal projectiles that can slice through defenses and incapacitate the noble's forces swiftly. His mastery over wind release enhances this ability, allowing him to manipulate the trajectory of his cards with precision and deadly force. Naruto weaves through the estate, a blur of motion and power, each card thrown, each burst of wind chakra, calculated to incapacitate swiftly and silently. His training under Danzo, focused on killing efficiency, is evident in the ruthless effectiveness of his assault. Meanwhile, Sai, observing Naruto's head-on approach, complements it with his unique skillset. Utilizing his ink jutsus not just for offense but for reconnaissance and diversion, Sai demonstrates the strategic depth Danzo has instilled in his operatives. Together, their synchronized assault exemplifies the culmination of their harsh training. One part brute force, one part cunning strategy. Their mission, a dark testament to their roles as shadows within the shinobi world, also becomes a crucible, testing their resolve, their skills, and the depth of their indoctrination under Danzo's tutelage. The success of this mission would not just mean the elimination of a political threat, but would also mark Naruto and Sai's true initiation into the ranks of Root, as operatives capable of carrying out Danzo's will without hesitation or remorse. Naruto's response to Fu and Torun's reprimand reflects the deep-seated conflict within him, a clash between his innate thirst for battle and the disciplined, shadowy ethics of Danzo's Root. His craving for excitement and the thrill of combat stands in stark contrast to the cold approach Root demands of its members. Fu and Torun, seasoned operatives well versed in the silent, unseen arts of assassination and espionage, find Naruto's brash approach unfitting for a Root agent. Their reprimand is not just a critique of his tactics, but an admonition against the very essence of what they perceive Naruto's shinobi identity should be. Root operatives are trained to be ghost, leaving no trace behind, their missions executed with such stealth and precision that their very presence is questioned. Naruto's declaration that simply doing things stealthily isn't fun, and his yearning for the thrill of excitement that battle provides, lays bare the struggle within him. It's a rebellion not just against the methods of Root, but against a life devoid of the passions that drive him. This statement is a stark reminder of Naruto's unique personality, one that cannot be fully suppressed, not even by Danzo's rigorous conditioning. This moment is a turning point for Naruto, Sai, Fu, and Torun. It challenges Fu and Torun to reconsider the way they mentor their charges, perhaps acknowledging that while discipline and stealth are critical, a shinobi's personal strengths and inclinations can also be a powerful asset if directed appropriately. For Sai, who has been emotionally stunted and trained to suppress his feelings, Naruto's defiance and clarity about what he desires in battle might serve as a catalyst for his own emotional awakening. Witnessing Naruto's unabashed pursuit of what he believes in could begin to crack the facade that Root has built around Sai, prompting him to explore his own desires and motivations beyond his conditioning. Naruto's stance also sets the stage for potential conflict with Danzo. It raises questions about how far Naruto is willing to go to preserve his identity and desires in a world that constantly seeks to suppress them. Naruto's confrontation with Danzo upon their return to the base is a pivotal moment that crystallizes his rebellion against the structures of Root and marks a definitive turn in his path as a shinobi. His refusal to wear a Root mask, a symbol of the anonymity and lack of identity demanded by the organization, signifies a bold assertion of his individuality and a refusal to be just another faceless operative under Danzo's command. Danzo's anger at Naruto's declaration is not just about disobedience, it's a fundamental challenge to the principles of Root, where personal identity is sacrificed for the greater mission. Danzo warns Naruto of the dangers to his identity, emphasizing the protective anonymity the mask affords. Yet, Naruto's counter-proposal to use a disguise, specifically transforming into Hisoka and adopting the moniker Hisoka the Magician, is a clever maneuver that allows him to maintain his individuality while ostensibly acquiescing to the need for a disguise. By choosing the identity of Hisoka the Magician, Naruto not only embraces the thrill and unpredictability he associates with battle, but also crafts a persona that is entirely his own, even if it is inspired by another's. As Hisoka the Magician, Naruto quickly becomes a recognized threat to the world, his actions leaving a mark that cannot be ignored by the ninja nations. The moniker The Jester that follows speaks to the dual nature of his operations. Deadly serious in their impact yet imbued with a certain flamboyance and unpredictability characteristic of Naruto's chosen persona. This reputation spreads far and wide, making Naruto a figure of intrigue and fear, known for his exceptional skills and unconventional methods. This transformation and the ensuing reputation serve several purposes. Firstly, they allow Naruto to navigate his missions with a newfound sense of freedom and identity, even within the constraints imposed by Root and Danzo. Secondly, they establish him as a formidable force in the shinobi world, one whose actions and abilities are unpredictable and therefore all the more dangerous. Lastly, Naruto's choice to adopt a new identity and the subsequent recognition of the Jester as a threat to the nations underscore a thematic pivot in his journey. It highlights the struggle between conformity and individuality, the tensions between personal desires and organizational loyalty, and the quest for a middle path that allows one to remain true to oneself while navigating a world rife with danger and secrecy. In the shadowy confines of their hideout, the members of the Akatsuki gather, their presence marked by an ominous air as they convene under the flickering light of dim candles. The usual agenda, the hunt for the Jinchuriki, takes a sudden turn as the topic shifts to a matter that has been increasingly pressing. The enigmatic figure known as Hisoka the Magician. We've convened to reassess our priorities. The Jinchuriki remain our primary objective, but a new element has emerged on the battlefield. Hisoka the Magician. His actions have become impossible to ignore. Hisoka's notoriety has grown. He's become a wild card, disrupting not just the villages, but potentially our operations. His strength is notable. He could become an obstacle. Itachi. Dasame grins, his voice laced with anticipation, an obstacle or an opportunity. His strength is undeniable. Perhaps we should consider him a potential recruit instead of a threat. Aitara scoffs, his artist's ego bruised by the mention of another gaining such notoriety. His antics are flashy, yes, but are we sure he's worth our attention? My art is far superior to his tricks. Sasori interjects with a cold pragmatism, it's not about the quality of his performance. It's about the chaos he introduces. He's unpredictable, and that unpredictability could either serve us or become a serious liability. His actions, though seemingly random, have shown a pattern. He targets individuals of significance, leaving a trail of disruption. We must consider the strategic implications of his presence. Conan. Zetsu's, split in opinion as always, argues, he's dangerous, yes, but dangerous to us or to our enemies. His motivations are unclear. Pain, having listened to his subordinates, makes a decisive statement, our mission is too critical to be jeopardized by an unknown factor like Hisoka. However, engaging him directly could prove unnecessarily costly and divert our resources from the Jinchuriki. Hidan, eager for conflict, voices his opinion, why not just eliminate him? I'm sure I could take him. Yarai Kakuzu. Hidan glares at him. Pain concludes the discussion. We will put the hunt for the Jinchuriki on hold for a few years. Our focus must shift to observation and information gathering. Hisoka the Magician represents a significant unknown, and until we can ascertain his intentions and potential as either an ally or a threat, we must proceed with caution. Let us not forget, our ultimate goal lies beyond these immediate concerns. The Akatsuki's discussion of Hisoka reflects a mixture of apprehension and curiosity towards this new player on the world stage. His emergence as a significant force is a disruption they cannot afford to ignore, prompting a rare strategic pause in their grand plan. This decision underscores the influence Hisoka has managed to wield, marking him as a figure of significant interest and concern among the most dangerous and strategic minds in the shinobi world. Hidden Cloud Village. This Hisoka fellow, his reputation precedes him. Wind release, deadly playing cards, and some unique ability he calls bungee gum. He's become a topic we can't ignore. Yeah, bro, his fame's a blow. But in a battle, would his flow show or would he just bow? B. His bungee gum ability is peculiar. It allows him to both attach to and repel objects or people. It's as if he's manipulating chakra in a way that's not been widely documented. C. His playing cards aren't ordinary either. Infused with his chakra, they become lethal weapons. And with his wind release, he can amplify their deadliness. Daring. His actions have been bold, directly challenging figures of authority and disrupting established orders. The intelligence reports indicate he relishes in the chaos. Mabui. He's a wild card. But whether he's a potential ally or a threat is still unclear. Our priority is to safeguard the cloud and prepare for any scenario involving this magician. A. Hidden Stone Village. This individual, Hisoka, has capabilities that could upset the balance of power. Wind release, playing cards as weapons, and an ability he calls Bungee Gum. This isn't just a show of strength, it's a message. Enoki. Grandfather, his Bungee Gum sounds like a combination of elasticity and stickiness with chakra. It's versatile and could be difficult to counter without knowing its limits. Kuretsuchi. His use of wind release isn't to be underestimated either. Combined with those cards of his, he can strike from a distance with precision. A formidable opponent. Kitsuchi. Our scouts report that he seems to enjoy the chaos of battle, seeking out strong opponents to test his skills. His motivations are unclear, but his actions are disruptive. Anbu. We must consider the possibility of facing him. Understanding his intentions is critical. We need to be prepared. Enoki. Perhaps we could learn from his techniques. His unconventional use of chakra and materials could offer insights into new jutsu developments. Kuretsuchi. Indeed. We need to keep a close eye on his movements. Hisoka the magician, he's not to be underestimated. Enoki. In both villages, the dialogue reflects a mixture of intrigue and concern towards Hisoka's capabilities and actions. While acknowledging his strength and the potential threat he poses, there's also an underlying consideration of how his unique abilities could be countered or adapted for their own use. The conversations illustrate the shinobi world's attempt to understand and prepare for an unpredictable force like Hisoka. In the leaf. Danzo, I must say, this soldier of yours, Hisoka, is quite the enigma. Where did you find such a talent? Hiruzen. Ah, Hisoka. He was discovered in a minor village, hidden away from the eyes of the major powers. A diamond in the rough, so to speak. I saw potential in him and decided to groom him into the formidable operative he is today. Danzo. Remarkable. And his rise to power, was it swift? Hiruzen. Indeed. Hisoka possesses a natural aptitude for combat and an insatiable thirst for battle. With the right guidance and training, he flourished quickly. Danzo. I do hope the boy doesn't become our enemy in the future. Hiruzen. Don't worry, I have already taken measures in order to ensure his loyalty to the village. Danzo. Few months later. While on a mission, Hisoka comes across Killer Bee and his team. Sensing his power, Hisoka's switch flipped. Fu and the others knew all too well they couldn't stop Hisoka when he was bloodthirsty. As the encounter unfolds between Killer Bee and Hisoka, the air crackles with tension, both warriors keenly aware of the formidable opponent standing before them. Hisoka's switch flips, his thirst for battle igniting a primal hunger for the thrill of combat. Yo, what's up with this clown? His aura's got me feeling some type of way. B. Let's dance, shall we? Hisoka. With lightning speed, Killer Bee lunges forward, his blades flashing in the sunlight as he launches a flurry of strikes at Hisoka. Hisoka, however, moves with an uncanny grace, effortlessly dodging each blow with fluid movements. Fast and fancy, huh? Let's see how you handle this. B. Killer Bee unleashes a barrage of lightning-infused attacks, crackling with raw power. Hisoka responds with a smirk, the challenge only fueling his excitement as he weaves through the onslaught with a combination of agility and precision. Impressive, but not quite enough to entertain me. Hisoka. With a swift motion, Hisoka conjures his deadly playing cards, imbued with his chakra, hurls them at Killer Bee with lethal accuracy. Killer Bee, caught off guard by the sudden change in tactics, narrowly avoids the deadly projectiles. He twists and turns to evade the onslaught. He's got more than just fancy tricks up his sleeve. Gotta stay focused. D. Killer Bee channels lightning chakra into his limbs, enhancing his speed and strength to new heights. With a thunderous roar, he charges forward, his blades crackling with electrifying energy as he aims to deliver a decisive blow to Hisoka. Ah, now we're talking. Hisoka. Hisoka meets Killer Bee's onslaught head-on, his movements fluid and calculated as he deftly counters each strike with his deadly playing cards. The clash of lightning and wind reverberates through the battlefield, a symphony of raw power and precision. As the battle rages on, both warriors push themselves to their limits, each determined to emerge victorious. Hisoka's bloodlust knows no bounds, his thirst for the thrill of battle driving him to new heights of ferocity. Meanwhile, Killer Bee's indomitable spirit makes him a force to be reckoned with, his unwavering resolve shining through with every strike. In the end, only one will stand triumphant, their clash echoing throughout the land as a testament to the raw power and unyielding determination of shinobi warriors. As Killer Bee unleashes his State 2 transformation, the battlefield is engulfed in a surge of raw power and primal fury. Hisoka, unfazed by the display of strength, responds with his trademark flair, his unsettling comment drawing gasps of disgust from the Cloud Ninja. My, such raw power. If you release this much power you are going to make me horny, Hisoka replies. Hisoka's behavior unsettled the Cloud Ninja, but his team, accustomed to his provocative behavior, remains unfazed. Why is he such a vulgar child? Phew. I actually like his eccentric personality. Sigh. Let's turn this battle up a notch, shall we? Hisoka. With a swift motion, Hisoka unleashes powerful wind jutsu, channeling his chakra into a devastating cyclone of cutting wind. The tempest roars to life, slicing through the air with razor-sharp force as it hurtles towards Killer Bee in his transformed state. You want to play rough? Let's dance. B. Unfazed by Hisoka's onslaught, Killer Bee channels the immense power of the Eight Tails, his humanoid form crackling with electrifying energy. With lightning-fast reflexes, he charges forward, intent on meeting Hisoka's attack head-on. The clash between Hisoka's wind jutsu and Killer Bee's electrified fury creates a maelstrom of destruction, shaking the very foundation of the battlefield. Hisoka's bungee gum proves to be a formidable defense, deflecting Killer Bee's blows with elastic resilience while ensnaring him in its sticky embrace. With a sinister grin, Hisoka says, "Now, let's have a bit of fun, shall we?" Using his incredible strength and agility, Hisoka swings Killer Bee with tremendous force, sending him hurtling through the air and crashing into the surrounding trees with bone-jarring impact. The sound of splintering wood echoes through the battlefield as Hisoka manipulates the bungee gum with expert precision, ensuring each swing inflicts damage on his opponent. You think you can tame the Eight Tails so easily? Think again. D. Killer Bee refuses to yield, channeling the Eight Tails' power to push through the agony and mount a counterattack. With a surge of energy, he breaks free from Hisoka's grip, his determination shining through even in the face of overwhelming odds. Impressive, but can you keep up? Hisoka. Hisoka's taunt hangs in the air as he readies himself for the next phase of the battle. The clash between the two warriors intensifies, each refusing to back down as they unleash their most devastating techniques in a bid for supremacy. Amidst the chaos and destruction, the outcome of the battle remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. Neither Hisoka nor Killer Bee will relent until victory is theirs. As the battle rages on, the clash between Hisoka and Killer Bee reaches its apex, the air thick with tension and the sounds of their fierce combat echoing through the forest. Hisoka, his demeanor twisted with delight, continues to press his advantage, his bungee gum proving to be a versatile and formidable weapon. Ah, the thrill of battle. It's truly exhilarating, don't you think? Hisoka. With a swift motion, Hisoka launches himself towards Killer Bee, his bungee gum extending like a whip as he lashes out with precision strikes. Killer Bee, his resolve unshaken, meets each blow with a combination of lightning-infused taijutsu and the raw power of the Eight Tails. You may have tricks up your sleeve, but I've got the power of the Eight Tails on my side. Let's see how you handle this. B. Killer Bee unleashes a devastating barrage of lightning-infused attacks, each strike crackling with electrifying energy. Hisoka, caught off guard by the ferocity of Bee's assault, is forced to evade and defend against the relentless onslaught. With a flourish of his hand, Hisoka unleashes a powerful gust of wind, sending Killer Bee staggering backwards. Seizing the opportunity, Hisoka closes the distance between them with blinding speed, his bungee gum snaking out to ensnare Bee once more. You won't trap me again, clown. B. Summoning the might of the Eight Tails, Killer Bee channels his chakra into a devastating shockwave, shattering Hisoka's bungee gum and sending him flying backwards with explosive force. As Hisoka struggles to regain his footing, Killer Bee charges forward, his fist glowing with intense lightning chakra. Well played, Killer Bee. But the fun's just getting started. Hisoka. Killer Bee's fist collides with Hisoka's stomach, tearing a hole through it. The attack causes a shockwave tearing the ground beneath them. The Cloud Ninja who were watching from a distance cheered for Bee. Their happy expressions faded when Hisoka's corpse turned into a log. Hisoka appears from behind a tree. It's time I got serious. Killer Bee said as he prepared to unleash the full might of the Eight Tails. As Killer Bee completes his transformation into the formidable Eight Tails, the ground quakes beneath the weight of his immense power, a palpable aura of danger emanating from his towering form. Hisoka, undeterred by the overwhelming display of strength, meets Bee's gaze with a predatory glint in his eyes. Ah, now this is what I've been waiting for. Show me what you've got, Eight Tails. Hisoka. With a thunderous roar, Killer Bee channels the full might of the Eight Tails, his chakra surging to unprecedented levels as he gathers energy for the devastating Tail Beast Bomb. The air crackles with anticipation as a sphere of swirling energy forms between B's colossal horns, growing larger and more ominous with each passing moment. It's over, fool. Say your prayers. B. As Killer B prepares to unleash the cataclysmic blast, Hisoka's grin widens into a manic smirk, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. In a split-second decision, he makes a daring move. Not so fast, my dear Eight Tails. Let's see if you can handle this. Hisoka. With lightning speed, Hisoka hurls himself towards Killer B, his bungee gum extending like a whip as he lashes out with a precise strike aimed at disrupting B's concentration. The elastic substance wraps around B's massive form, momentarily halting the charging process of the Tail Beast Bomb. What? Impossible. B. Seizing the opportunity, Hisoka unleashes a barrage of attacks, striking with surgical precision at B's vulnerable points as he attempts to destabilize the Eight Tails' control over the devastating jutsu. With each strike, the tension in the air reaches a fever pitch, the outcome of the battle hanging in the balance. You may have the power of a Biju, but you lack finesse, my dear Eight Tails. Let's see if you can withstand my onslaught. Hisoka. As the battle reaches its climax, Hisoka taps into the power into the Enhancer Nen type, channeling its formidable energy to boost the potency of his wind jutsu to unprecedented levels. With a primal roar, he unleashes the enhanced technique at Killer B with devastating force, the howling winds tearing through the air with razor-sharp ferocity. Feel the wrath of my power, Killer B. Taste the fury of the winds. Hisoka. The swirling vortex of Hisoka's wind jutsu hurtles towards Killer B with unstoppable momentum, threatening to engulf him in its destructive embrace. However, Killer B, refusing to yield even in the face of overwhelming odds, gathers his resolve and prepares to unleash the full might of the Eight Tails in a final, desperate gambit. You may be strong, clown, but you ain't got what it takes to break my spirit. 8-0, let's show this fool what we're made of. B. Let's do it, B. Eight Tails. With a deafening roar, Killer B gathers the churning energy of the Eight Tails within him, forming a colossal tail beast bomb of titanic proportions. The sphere of swirling chakra pulses with unimaginable power, ready to unleash devastation upon anything in its path. As the two titanic forces collide, the battlefield is engulfed in a blinding explosion of light and sound, the sheer force of the impact sending shockwaves rippling through the earth. The clash between Hisoka's enhanced wind jutsu and Killer B's tailed beast bomb creates a cataclysmic explosion of elemental fury, shaking the very foundations of the battlefield and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. As the clash between Hisoka's enhanced wind jutsu and Killer B's tailed beast bomb reaches its crescendo, a sudden surge of elemental energy erupts from the battlefield as both warriors unleash their final, desperate techniques. With lightning speed, Hisoka forms the necessary hand signs for a fire-style jutsu, tapping into his minor affinity for fire. Flames erupt from his fingertips, merging with the raging winds of his jutsu to create a devastating vortex of elemental fury. Witness the convergence of fire and wind. Taste the flames of my fury, Killer B. Hisoka. Simultaneously, Killer B responds with lightning-infused determination, channeling his immense chakra reserves into his tailed beast bomb. A crackling surge of lightning courses through the colossal sphere of chakra, increasing its potency to unprecedented levels as it hurtles towards Hisoka with unrelenting force. Feel the power of the Eight Tails. Let lightning strike twice. B. As the clash between Hisoka's fire-enhanced wind jutsu and Killer B's lightning-infused tailed beast bomb reaches its climax, the two titanic forces collide with catastrophic force, resulting in a cataclysmic explosion that engulfs the battlefield in a blinding display of light and sound. The shockwave of the blast ripples outward, shaking the very foundations of the earth and sending debris flying in all directions. All the ninja, recognizing the imminent danger, swiftly evacuate the blast radius, their nimble movements carrying them to safety just in time. As the dust settles and the echoes of the explosion fade into the distance, they emerge unscathed from the devastation, their senses reeling from the sheer magnitude of the clash they have witnessed. Hisoka smirks to himself. Though the battle may have ended in a stalemate, his thirst for the thrill of combat remains unquenched, his thoughts already turning to the next opportunity to test his skills against worthy adversaries. My dear B-chan, I hope we meet again. Until then, the hunt continues. Hisoka. With a flicker of movement, Hisoka disappears into the shadows, leaving behind only the lingering echoes of his presence as a reminder of the formidable opponent he truly is. As the ninja regroup and assess the aftermath of the battle, they are left to ponder the enigmatic figure that is Hisoka, a mysterious force whose true power and intentions remain shrouded in uncertainty. Yo, bro, Mabui, Darui, see, we gotta talk. That Hisoka dude ain't no joke. He's a major threat. D. What happened, B? Tell us everything. A. Well, we ran into him on a mission, and let me tell ya, he's got skills. His wind jutsu and that weird bungee gum of his, they're no joke. and he's got this way of taunting you. B. Are you saying he's a greater threat than we anticipated? Mabui. Absolutely. Hisoka's not just strong, he's cunning too. He managed to hold his own against my full transformation and even countered my tailed beast bomb with his own powerful jutsu. We barely escaped that explosion. B. So, what's our next move? Derry. We need to be prepared for anything. Hisoka may attack us in the future, and when he does, we need to be ready. We can't underestimate him. B. We need to gather as much intel on Hisoka as possible and come up with a strategy to neutralize him. C. Agreed. Hisoka may be a formidable opponent, but he's not invincible. We'll take him down, one way or another. A. That's what I like to hear. We'll show that clown what the hidden cloud is made of. D. As Jayuki, the Eight Tails, reflected on the recent battle between Hisoka and Killer Bee, a sense of unease settled over him. Despite his formidable power and skill, Hisoka had refrained from tapping into the full extent of his abilities, particularly the power of Kurama, which Jayuki had sensed dormant within him. Hisoka, the magician, his strength is undeniable, but he carries a burden within him that he has yet to fully unleash. Jayuki. I sense the presence of Kurama, my brother, within him during the battle. It's not my place to reveal Hisoka's secrets. Jayuki thought as hid the fact from B. As he pondered the potential outcome had Hisoka tapped into Kurama's power, Jayuki couldn't help but feel a sense of apprehension. The battle could have taken a drastically different turn, with Hisoka harnessing the immense chakra and ferocity of the Nine Tails to overcome his opponents. If Hisoka had unleashed Kurama's power, the devastation would have been unimaginable. He could have easily overwhelmed B and his allies with the sheer force of his brother's chakra. As Jayuki delved deeper into his thoughts, a realization dawned upon him regarding Hisoka's true nature and motivations. Despite sensing Kurama's presence within him, Jayuki came to the conclusion that Hisoka was not the type to rely on borrowed power. Instead, he was a warrior who valued his own strength and abilities above all else. Hisoka, he is a warrior of singular determination and pride. He does not seek to rely on the power of others, even that of Kurama. Jayuki. In the heat of battle, Hisoka's only desire is to face his opponents head-on, to test his own limits and push himself to greater heights. He is a fighter who thrives on the thrill of combat, the challenge of overcoming obstacles through sheer determination and skill. With this understanding, Jayuki realized that Hisoka's decision to refrain from tapping into Kurama's power was a testament to his unwavering resolve and integrity as a warrior. Hisoka's commitment to fighting on his own terms, with his own strength, spoke volumes about his character and his unyielding dedication to the art of combat. Hisoka may be enigmatic and unpredictable, but one thing is clear. He is a warrior who walks his own path, guided by his own principles and convictions. And in the world of shinobi, where power is often measured by the strength of one's allies and the potency of their techniques, Hisoka stands apart as a true testament to the indomitable spirit of the warrior. With this realization, Jayuki harbored a newfound respect for Hisoka, recognizing him as a formidable opponent whose strength and resolve transcended the limitations of borrowed power. As Danzo received the report of the intense battle between Killer Bee and Hisoka, a sense of astonishment washed over him at the news of the boy's formidable strength. Hisoka's prowess on the battlefield exceeded even Danzo's expectations, proving him to be a significant asset to Konoha, albeit a potentially dangerous one. So, the jester has proven himself to be quite the formidable adversary. His strength and cunning pose a considerable threat to our enemies. Danzo thought. However, amidst his admiration for Hisoka's abilities, Danzo couldn't help but feel a sense of caution. He knew all too well the dangers of unchecked power and the potential for betrayal that lurked within even the most loyal of shinobi. I am glad I took precautions and placed seals on Hisoka to ensure his loyalty to Rude and Konoha. Without them, he would have posed a significant threat to our village. Danzo thought. As he contemplated the implications of the battle, Danzo reaffirmed his commitment to protecting Konoha at all costs, even if it meant resorting to drastic measures to ensure the loyalty of its most powerful warriors. For in a world fraught with danger and treachery, vigilance was the key to survival, and Danzo would stop at nothing to safeguard the future of his beloved village. Time skip. As the day of the academy graduation test arrived, the students of Naruto's class buzzed with nervous anticipation, each one eager to prove their worth and take the next step on their journey to becoming shinobi. Among them, Naruto harbored a secret agenda, his true intentions hidden beneath a facade of determination and resolve. Iruka and Mizuki, the instructors tasked with testing Naruto's class, stood at the front of the academy grounds, ready to evaluate the students' skills and determine their readiness for graduation. Unbeknownst to the others, Naruto had been assigned a covert mission by Danzo himself. To monitor Sasuke and, if necessary, eliminate him should he become a traitor to the village. Danzo couldn't outright kill Sasuke, because Itachi would reveal village secrets and try to destroy him. The tests commenced with the Shurikenjutsu portion, where students were tasked with hitting targets with precision and accuracy. To the surprise of everyone present, Naruto managed to hit 6 out of 12 targets, a feat that left the spectators and instructors alike stunned by his unexpected proficiency. The students exchanged incredulous glances as Naruto effortlessly hit 6 out of 12 targets during the Shurikenjutsu portion of the test, a feat that defied their expectations of the class troublemaker. Next came the taijutsu battles, where Naruto faced off against Kiba. Despite holding back considerably, Naruto emerged victorious, showcasing a level of skill and determination that belied his previous reputation as the class troublemaker. Kiba, renowned for his confidence and bravado, couldn't hide his surprise as Naruto bested him in their taijutsu battle, his competitive spirit tempered by a newfound respect for his classmates' abilities. Shikamaru, known for his laid-back demeanor, raised an eyebrow in surprise, his normally stoic expression betraying a hint of curiosity at Naruto's sudden improvement. As the tests progressed to the ninjutsu portion, Naruto's classmates and instructors watched with bated breath, eager to see if he could finally master the elusive clone jutsu. Throughout his time at the academy, Naruto's attempts at creating clones had always resulted in lifeless pale imitations, leading many to doubt his ability to succeed. When the moment of truth arrived, Naruto's hands flew through the familiar seals of the clone jutsu, his determination unwavering as he poured his chakra into the technique. As he completed the final seal, a collective gasp filled the air as Naruto successfully produced a fully formed clone, the shock evident on the faces of all who witnessed the feat. Iruka, filled with pride and astonishment, congratulated Naruto on his achievement, while Mizuki seethed with resentment at the boy's unexpected success. Meanwhile, Hiruzen and the Jonin senseis observed the proceedings from the crystal in the Hokage's office, equally stunned by Naruto's remarkable display of skill and determination. As the academy students and instructors whispered amongst themselves, processing the unforeseen turn of events, Naruto's true motives remained hidden beneath a mask of determination and resolve. With the graduation test complete, Naruto's journey as a shinobi was only just beginning, his path fraught with challenges and dangers that would test his strength, courage, and loyalty to the village. It seems Naruto is performing quite well today. Hiruzen. Indeed, Hokage-sama. His improvement is remarkable, especially in the Shurikenjutsu portion. He's hit more targets than I expected. And did you see that taijutsu battle? Naruto managed to defeat Kiba. Kurenai. I'm impressed. It seems Naruto has come a long way. Kakashi. Yes, it appears so. But what surprises me the most is his performance in the ninjutsu portion. He successfully executed the clone jutsu, something he struggled with for years. Hiruzen. Truly a testament to his determination and perseverance, Hokage-sama. Naruto has shown great growth and potential today. Genma. Indeed. It seems we may have underestimated him. We'll have to keep a closer eye on him in the future. Hiruzen. As Hinata watched Naruto from afar, her heart swelled with joy at the sight of him passing the graduation test. Hidden behind a veil of shy glances and gentle smiles, her feelings for him had blossomed into a deep and abiding affection, a secret that she guarded closely in the depths of her heart. Naruto-kun, he did it. He passed the test. Hinata thought. A soft blush tinted her cheeks as she recalled the countless hours she had spent admiring Naruto from afar, her admiration for his unwavering determination and indomitable spirit growing with each passing day. I'm so happy for him. He worked so hard to overcome his challenges and prove himself as a shinobi. Hinata thought. But amidst her happiness, a pang of longing tugged at her heartstrings, reminding her of the distance that still separated them. Despite her best efforts, she had yet to find the courage to confess her feelings to Naruto, fearing rejection. Naruto-kun, I wish I could tell you how much you mean to me. But I'm too afraid, Hinata thought. As she watched to celebrate, she smiled. Someday, I'll find the courage to tell him. Until then, I'll continue to support him from afar, silently cheering him on every step of the way. Hinata thought. As Shikamaru observed Naruto's sudden improvement during the graduation test, a sense of curiosity stirred within him, prompting him to delve deeper into the mystery surrounding his classmates' improvement. Naruto, he's always been the class clown, the troublemaker who never took anything seriously. So what's with this sudden change? Shikamaru thought. Despite his laid-back demeanor, Shikamaru possessed a keen intellect and an astute eye for detail, allowing him to see beyond the surface and discern the underlying motivations of those around him. There's definitely something different about him, he's been training harder than usual, and his skills have improved significantly. But there's more to it than just hard work. Shikamaru thought. As he pondered the possibilities, Shikamaru couldn't shake the feeling that there was something hidden beneath Naruto's outward demeanor, something that he wasn't revealing to the rest of the class. Naruto's always been underestimated, but maybe there's more to him than meets the eye. Maybe he's been hiding his true potential all along. Shikamaru thought. As Shino observed Naruto's unexpected improvement during the graduation test, a sense of curiosity and intrigue stirred within him, prompting his analytical mind to delve into the enigma surrounding his classmate's sudden transformation. Naruto, an anomaly in the fabric of our class, often dismissed as a mere troublemaker and underachiever. Yet, his recent display of skill and proficiency suggests otherwise. Shino thought. Shino, known for his logical thinking and attention to detail, couldn't ignore the discrepancies between Naruto's past performance and his current capabilities. He saw patterns where others saw chaos, and his keen observations led him to suspect that there was more to Naruto's improvement than mere chance. It is illogical to dismiss Naruto's sudden progress as mere chance. There must be underlying factors at play, hidden variables that have yet to be accounted for, Shino thought. With his mind buzzing with possibilities, Shino began to analyze the data, piecing together fragments of information in an attempt to uncover the truth behind Naruto's transformation. Perhaps there are external influences at work, motivating Naruto to exceed his previous limitations. Or maybe he has tapped into an inner reservoir of potential, honing his skills through rigorous training and determination, Shino thought. As he contemplated the myriad possibilities, Shino remained resolute in his pursuit of knowledge, knowing that the answers he sought lay buried beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed by his sharp intellect and relentless determination. For in the world of shinobi, where deception and secrecy abound, the truth often lay hidden in the shadows, waiting to be brought to light by those brave enough to seek it out. As Sasuke observed Naruto's sudden transformation during the graduation test, a sense of intrigue stirred within him, his thoughts swirling with a mix of curiosity and fascination at the unexpected change in his classmate. Naruto, what's gotten into him? Sasuke. For years, Sasuke had viewed Naruto as little more than a nuisance, a loud-mouthed troublemaker whose antics grated on his nerves. But now, as he watched Naruto effortlessly surpass expectations and demonstrate a level of skill and determination previously unseen, Sasuke couldn't help but feel a twinge of curiosity about the true nature of his classmate's newfound abilities. He's different, there's a fire in his eyes that I've never seen before, Sasuke thought. Despite his reservations, Sasuke couldn't deny the undeniable change in Naruto, a transformation that left him both intrigued and unsettled. For the first time, he found himself considering the possibility that there was more to Naruto than met the eye, a realization that ignited a spark of curiosity within him. Perhaps, there's more to Naruto than I thought. Maybe, he's worth paying attention to after all, Sasuke thought. As Sasuke pondered the implications of Naruto's sudden evolution, a sense of anticipation welled up inside him, his curiosity piqued by the prospect of unraveling the mystery surrounding his enigmatic classmate. Little did he know, their fates were intertwined in ways he had yet to imagine. As Naruto was about to go home, he is approached by Mizuki, who tells him he could be promoted to Chunin if he takes part in a test. Intrigued by this, Naruto listens to him. Mizuki tells him to steal the forbidden scroll of sealing and the location where needs to bring it. Naruto falsely agrees to take the test. He meets up with Danzo. Naruto tells Danzo that he suspects Mizuki of treason. Danzo already knew Mizuki was a traitor. Naruto. Danzo-sama, I have discovered troubling information about Mizuki-sensei. He is planning to betray the village and eliminate me after I retrieve the forbidden scroll of sealing for him. Danzo gives Naruto the order to kill Mizuki. As the moon cast its eerie glow over the deserted landscape, Naruto, disguised as Hisoka, made his way to the agreed-upon location to meet Mizuki, the traitorous instructor who had sought to manipulate him into stealing the forbidden scroll of sealing. Mizuki, unaware of Naruto's alter ego, awaited his arrival with a sense of anticipation, his mind consumed by thoughts of betrayal. When Hisoka appeared before him, clad in his enigmatic persona, Mizuki couldn't help but feel a twinge of unease at the sight of the notorious shinobi. Hisoka, what are you doing here? Mizuki. Hisoka, his expression veiled in mystery, offered a cryptic response, his words laced with subtle menace as he spoke of overhearing Mizuki's conversation with Naruto. I know of your plans, Mizuki. You seek to betray the village and to eliminate Naruto once you have the scroll. But your treachery ends here. Hisoka. Mizuki's eyes widened in shock as Hisoka exposed his true intentions, his carefully laid plans unraveling before his eyes. Sensing danger, Mizuki prepared for battle, summoning a demon wind shuriken from his scroll and launching it at Hisoka with deadly precision. With lightning-fast reflexes, Hisoka formed his bungee gum in his hand, deflecting the shuriken with ease and sending it hurtling back towards Mizuki with lethal force. Though Mizuki managed to dodge the attack, he knew he was outmatched by Hisoka's skill and cunning. As the two engaged in a fierce taijutsu battle, Mizuki realized the extent of his inferiority to Hisoka, his movement sluggish and clumsy in comparison to the fluid grace of his opponent. Desperate to gain the upper hand, Mizuki reached for a vial containing a mysterious substance, imbued with the power of Lord Orochimaru. But the power bestowed upon me by Lord Orochimaru, I will destroy you. Mizuki. With a gulp, Mizuki consumed the liquid, his form contorting and shifting until he resembled a beastly man-tiger, his strength and speed enhanced to terrifying levels. Pouncing on Hisoka with ferocious intensity, Mizuki unleashed a barrage of attacks, each strike fueled by his newfound power. But Hisoka, undeterred by Mizuki's transformation, met his ferocity with a malevolent aura of his own, his laughter echoing through the night as he unleashed his power upon his opponent. Mizuki felt a little scared by this, but steeled himself as he charged Hisoka. That was his mistake. Hisoka's switch was flipped, and now he wouldn't stop until Mizuki was dead. You should have known better, Mizuki. There's no escaping the wrath of Hisoka. As Mizuki charged forward with reckless abandon, he realized too late that he had underestimated the true extent of Hisoka's power. With a chilling resolve, Hisoka prepared to unleash his deadliest techniques, his eyes gleaming with a predatory glint as he vowed to end the battle once and for all. With a flourish of his hand, Hisoka produced a deck of deadly playing cards infused with his deadly wind chakra, each card shimmering with malevolent energy as it hovered in the air before him. With a flick of his wrist, he launched the razor-sharp projectiles towards Mizuki with deadly accuracy, their edges honed to perfection and imbued with the power to slice through anything in their path. Mizuki, caught off guard by the sudden onslaught, attempted to evade the lethal barrage, but found himself unable to escape the relentless assault. One by one, the deadly cards found their mark, slicing through flesh and bone with ruthless efficiency as they tore through Mizuki's defenses with chilling precision. As the final card struck true, embedding itself in Mizuki's chest with a sickening thud, a look of shock and disbelief crossed his face, his body trembling with the realization that he had been outmatched by his formidable opponent. With a sinister grin, Hisoka approached Mizuki's fallen form, his eyes ablaze with triumph as he reveled in his victory. With a swift motion, he applied a razor-sharp wind to his card. He proceeded to slash Mizuki to shreds. After the intense battle with Mizuki, Hisoka's adrenaline still coursed through his veins, fueling a whirlwind of emotions within him. As he stood amidst the aftermath of the confrontation, a frenzied energy consumed him, unleashing a torrent of thoughts and feelings that threatened to overwhelm his senses. Ah ha ha ha. Did you see that? Did you see how I took down that pathetic excuse for a shinobi? He thought he could outsmart me, but he was nothing more than trash. Hisoka. Hisoka's laughter echoed through the forest, a chilling symphony of madness and triumph that reverberated through the air. Oh, Mizuki-sensei, you foolish fool. You thought you could try to kill me and get away with it? You thought you could challenge the might of the jester and emerge victorious? How laughable, Hisoka. With each word, Hisoka's voice grew louder, more manic, as he reveled in the chaos and destruction he had wrought upon his enemy. But this is just the beginning. There are more battles to be fought, more foes to be vanquished. I will carve my name into the annals of history, a legend to be feared and revered by all who dare to oppose me. Hisoka. As he continued his rant, Hisoka's eyes gleamed with a fervent intensity, a hunger for power and glory that burned brightly within him. For in the heart of the jester, there was no room for restraint, only the relentless pursuit of battle no matter the cost. And as he stood alone in the aftermath of battle, Hisoka knew that his journey would be filled with countless challenges and triumphs awaiting him on the path to greatness. Next day. After taking the picture for his ninja profile, Naruto followed Hiruzen to his office for a brief conversation. Hiruzen, intrigued by Naruto's sudden improvement, inquired about the change. Naruto, I must say, your performance during the graduation test was quite impressive. What's the secret behind your sudden improvement? Hiruzen. I've been training hard, old man. I'm determined to become stronger and prove myself as a worthy shinobi of the village. Naruto. Before they could continue their conversation, the tranquility of the office was interrupted by the abrupt entrance of a young boy wielding a wooden kunai. The boy, with a determined expression on his face, declared his intention to kill Hiruzen and become the next Hokage. However, his bold declaration was cut short as he tripped over his own scarf, landing face first on the ground. Why did you trip me? The boy said, pointing at Naruto. Naruto points out the obvious, saying the boy should get a shorter scarf. Enraged by Naruto's comment, the boy demanded respect, citing his status as the grandson of the Hokage. Like the rest, he isn't going to do anything. The boy thought. Unfazed by the boy's threats, Naruto delivered a swift smack to the head. Respect is earned, not given. Naruto. Naruto tells the boy even if the Hokage is his grandma, he still wouldn't respect him. The boy, astounded by Naruto's defiance, found himself at a loss for words. Meanwhile, Ibisu, the boy's teacher, reprimanded Naruto for his actions, launching into a rant about proper behavior. As Naruto left the office, the boy followed after him, much to Ibisu's dismay. Realizing that his student and Naruto were gone, Ibisu muttered to himself about the troublemakers like Naruto. Determined to keep his student out of trouble, Ibisu hurried after them, hoping to prevent any further disruptions. As Naruto and Konohamaru trained at the field, Konohamaru shared his desire to be recognized as himself, rather than as the young lord. He expressed his aspiration to become the Hokage in order to achieve that recognition. Naruto listened attentively and then shared his wisdom with the young ninja. Konohamaru, becoming the Hokage is a journey that requires hard work and dedication. There are no shortcuts to achieving such a prestigious title. You must rise through the ranks and earn the respect of the village before you can even think about becoming Hokage. Naruto then decided to teach Konohamaru a jutsu, the sexy jutsu, as a way to beat Hiruzen. As Konohamaru practiced the sexy jutsu, they were interrupted by a jonin, Ibisu, who disapproved of Konohamaru associating with Naruto. "Young lord, what are you doing with him? You should stay away from him." Ibisu. "No, Ibisu-sensei. Naruto taught me a cool jutsu that can help me defeat my grandfather. Look at this sexy jutsu," Konohamaru said as he transformed. "Young lord, stop this. What disgusting jutsu are you using? You don't need that, boy. I can teach you the shortcut to becoming Hokage." Ibisu. "No, big bro, Naruto told me there's no shortcut to becoming Hokage." Konohamaru. Before Ibisu could continue persuading Konohamaru, Naruto intervened, showcasing another jutsu, the harem technique. "Well, kid, you've got a lot to learn. Now look at this sexy jutsu harem technique." Naruto. As a bunch of naked women appeared and surrounded Ibisu, he couldn't resist and succumbed to a nosebleed, passing out from the overwhelming sight. "That was cool." Konohamaru. "Well, I'll see you later, Konohamaru." Naruto. "When would you teach me another technique, big bro?" Konohamaru. "Maybe sometime later," Naruto said before walking away. One day later. Iruka files a missing case report of Mizuki. Hiruzen tells Iruka he will have his Anbu investigate. The Anbu find no trace of Mizuki, but came across the scene of Hisoka's battle with Mizuki. 2 days later. As the excitement of team placements began to settle among the newly minted genin of the Hidden Leaf Village, the buzz of conversation filled the classroom. Each new team, now officially formed, eagerly anticipated the arrival of their Jonin sensei. In the midst of all the commotion, Shikamaru Nara, known for his laziness, managed to pull Naruto aside for a private conversation. "Hey, Naruto," Shikamaru began, his voice low, ensuring their conversation remained between them. "Everyone's noticed how much you've improved. It's like you're a completely different person compared to before. How'd you pull off such a change?" Naruto, ever the adept at masking his true self, especially after his rigorous but secret training under Danzo, gave Shikamaru a nonchalant shrug. "I just trained really hard, you know. No secret to it," he replied, his tone light, attempting to brush off the question. Shikamaru eyed him skeptically, the shadows under his eyes seeming to deepen with his doubt. Doesn't seem like something that could be achieved with just hard training," he mused, but he decided not to press further. Shikamaru could tell when a mystery was beyond even his patience to unravel. "Whatever it is, just don't get yourself into trouble," he finally said, leaving Naruto with a pointed look before returning to his own team. Time passed, and the classroom gradually emptied as the Jonin senseis arrived one by one to collect their teams. Eventually, only Team 7 remained. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke, the tension among them palpable as they awaited their own sensei's arrival. An hour passed with no sign of Kakashi, leading Sakura to voice her frustration about their sensei's tardiness. "He's always 3 hours late to everything," Naruto says. "What do you mean, Sakura?" "They always visit the memorial stones of his fallen comrades," Naruto said. "His dead friend Sakura. Our sensei has been on the front lines since he was our age. I can't imagine how he feels losing all his comrades to war. His father to suicide, his mentor to the Nine Tails attack. So when he arrives, Sakura don't give him a hard time." Naruto. This silenced the room. It was a side of Naruto that neither Sakura nor Sasuke had expected, revealing a depth of knowledge and empathy that surprised them. Sakura, moved by the story, found her irritation with Kakashi melting away, replaced by a newfound respect. Sasuke, on the other hand, felt an unexpected kinship with Kakashi, understanding all too well the pain of loss. Yet, it was Naruto's unexpected knowledge about Kakashi that intrigued him the most, adding another layer to the enigma that was Naruto. As another half-hour dragged by, Sakura, driven by impatience and a desire for some alone time with Sasuke, began to engage him in conversation, only for her attempts at flirtation to fall flat. It wasn't until Kakashi finally appeared, offering a flimsy excuse for his lateness, that the dynamic in the room shifted once again. Kakashi's casual apology and his cheerful eye smile did little to dampen Sakura's annoyance, but she held her tongue, remembering Naruto's words. However, when Kakashi inquired about Naruto, Sakura's frustration found a new target, blaming their sensei's tardiness for Naruto's absence. It was then that Naruto chose to re-enter, his sudden appearance startling everyone, especially Kakashi and Sasuke, who hadn't sensed him approaching. "So you finally arrived," Naruto stated, his tone carrying a mix of amusement and challenge. "So you finally arrived," Naruto declared, his presence at the doorway catching his teammates and their newly arrived sensei off guard. Sasuke and Kakashi shared a silent moment of surprise, both thinking, "I didn't sense him." This unexpected entry by Naruto wasn't just a physical surprise, but also a hint at something more, something deeper and perhaps more concerning that was happening with Naruto. His sudden appearance without detection was not something ordinary, even for a ninja. It suggested a level of skill and stealth that neither had expected from Naruto, given their last impressions of him. Naruto's grin, broad and seemingly carefree, did little to hide the myriad of secrets that lay behind it. Kakashi, with his years of experience and intuition honed on the battlefield, could sense the layers and nuances in Naruto's behavior. The look in Naruto's eyes, the slight tension in his posture, and even the energy he exuded, all of it hinted at significant changes within him. Changes that were not just physical but also mental and perhaps even spiritual. Kakashi, always observant and particularly adept at reading people, noted the discrepancy between the Naruto he had been briefed on and the one standing before him now. There was a depth to him that was unaccounted for. Sasuke, too, felt a stir of curiosity. The fact that Naruto had managed to approach without detection challenged Sasuke's own sense of skill and awareness. It sparked his interest in Naruto, a desire to uncover the secrets behind his transformation and to measure himself against this new unknown quantity. Team 7, having been assembled for the first time, made their way to the roof of the academy building, where the breeze offered a gentle respite from the weight of new expectations. Their newly appointed Jonin sensei, Kakashi Hatake, had decided it was as good a place as any to start with the basics. Introductions. Sakura, ever the meticulous student, asked Kakashi how they should proceed with their introductions, seeking a format or guideline to follow. Kakashi paused, reflecting on the fact that Sakura, despite being at the top of her class, seemed perplexed by such a simple request. It was a moment that revealed to him the gap between academic excellence and practical ninja skills. But the slight-eye smile visible under his mask, Kakashi gave them an example, keeping it deliberately vague to maintain his air of mystery. "My name is Kakashi Hatake. I have likes, dislikes, and hobbies. As for my dreams, well, that's none of your business," he concluded, eliciting rolls of the eyes from both Sasuke and Sakura. Naruto, however, responded with a hint of admiration and added knowledge. "Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, the man said to have copied over 1,000 jutsu." This unexpected acknowledgement from Naruto earned surprised looks from Sasuke and Sakura and a mental note from Kakashi to discuss Naruto's unusual insight with Hiruzen later. Prompted by Kakashi to share her introduction next, Sakura briefly glanced at Sasuke before diving into hers, which was noticeably centered around her infatuation with Sasuke, much to Kakashi's internal dismay. He labeled her a fangirl in his mind, predicting a tough road ahead if she didn't move past this phase. Sasuke's introduction was succinct, reflecting his focused and solitary nature. He expressed a sparse list of likes, numerous dislikes, and a chilling ambition to avenge his clan by killing a certain individual. Kakashi expected as much but couldn't help but contemplate the depth of Sasuke's vendetta. Sakura's reaction to Sasuke's introduction was predictably admiring, causing both Naruto and Kakashi to roll their eyes at her apparent obsession. Then it was Naruto's turn, whose bright smile offered a stark contrast to Sasuke's grim declaration. As Naruto stood before his new teammates and Kakashi, his bright smile and earnest gaze belied the turbulence of his inner thoughts. Outwardly, he spoke of his respect for Iruka-sensei, his affection for the Ichiraku ramen family, and his profound aspiration to become the greatest Hokage. Yet, internally, his mind was a battleground of darker, more complex desires, shaped by his secret dealings and training under Danzo. In his mind, his introduction was starkly different. By likes. Fighting strong opponents, he mused silently, an electric thrill running through him at the thought of clashing with someone who could push him to his limits. The excitement of such battles, where every move could be fatal, where every moment sharpened his instincts and skills, was what truly drove him. My dislikes are people who get in my way of fighting strong opponents. This thought was accompanied by a flicker of irritation. Anyone who hindered his path to becoming stronger, to finding and engaging with those worthy of his full power, was an annoyance. It wasn't just about the fight, it was about the growth that came from it, the exhilarating ascent to new heights of strength. As for his hobbies, they were clear-cut and singularly focused. Doing missions for Danzo and fighting strong opponents. These clandestine tasks, often shrouded in moral ambiguity, were his crucible. Each mission honed his abilities, sharpened his mind, and steeled his resolve. They weren't just assignments, they were opportunities to evolve, to test his limits against formidable adversaries. And then there were his dreams, or perhaps, more accurately, his ultimate aspiration. To die fighting against a superior opponent. This thought was not born from a death wish, but from a warrior's deepest yearning to reach the pinnacle of his potential in the heat of battle, against an adversary so powerful that the fight would etch both their names in history. To Naruto, such an end would be the truest testament to his strength, his will, and his legacy as a ninja. These thoughts, hidden away beneath a facade of simpler, more palatable ambitions, were a window into the soul of a ninja, torn between the light of his public aspirations and the shadows of his private endeavors. As Naruto concluded his outwardly cheerful introduction, none were the wiser to the complex tapestry of desires and dreams that lay beneath. "Well, you all unique in your own way," Kakashi began, his voice carrying a tone of casual authority. "We will start our duties tomorrow with a survival training." Sakura's brow furrowed in confusion. "What? But we did enough training at the Ninja Academy, Kakashi-sensei," she protested. Kakashi's eye crinkled with amusement behind his mask. "Well, I'm your opponent, but this isn't normal training," he explained cryptically. "Of the 27 graduates, only 9 will be chosen as genin. The rest will be sent back to the academy. This training is a super difficult exam with a failure rate of over 66%. Sakura and Sasuke exchanged wide-eyed glances, the gravity of Kakashi's words sinking in. Meanwhile, Naruto remained stoic, his expression unchanged, as if he had expected nothing less. "Tomorrow you will be graded on training ground 7. So bring all your shinobi tools. Oh, and skip breakfast. Otherwise, you'll throw up," Kakashi added casually before turning to leave. As Kakashi departed, Sakura couldn't help but feel a sense of unease gnawing at her. She glanced at Sasuke, who wore a similar expression of apprehension, before turning her gaze to Naruto, who seemed oddly unperturbed by the impending challenge. The next day arrived swiftly, and Team 7 gathered at Training Ground 7, their nerves tingling with anticipation. When Kakashi finally arrived, Sakura couldn't contain her frustration. "You're late," she exclaimed, her irritation evident in her tone. Kakashi offered a flimsy excuse with a playful eye smile, further frustrating Sakura. She struggled to keep her temper in check as Kakashi explained the rules of the survival training. As Kakashi unveiled the 2 bells and outlined the task ahead, Sakura's mind raced with indignation. The thought of being denied lunch and being tied to a stump fueled her determination to succeed. But as Kakashi emphasized the stakes of the challenge with a menacing glare, Sakura couldn't help but feel a surge of fear. Naruto, however, remained strangely calm, his gaze focused and unwavering. As Kakashi gave the signal to begin, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke scattered into the surrounding foliage, each determined to prove themselves worthy of the title of genin. Little did Sakura and Sasuke know, the true test lay not in the acquisition of the bells, but in their ability to work together as a team. Kakashi went after Sakura first using a low-level genjutsu to knock her out. In the genjutsu she saw Sasuke's corpse. She let out a ear-piercing scream, disturbing everyone. "Did I take too far?" "Maybe a little bit," Kakashi thought. Kakashi leaves Sakura. Kakashi decided to read his favorite book while waiting for Naruto and Sasuke to strike. Sasuke, who was in hiding in a tree, observed Kakashi. He quickly threw kunai at Kakashi. Sasuke smirked as his kunai hit its mark. "I got him," Sasuke said with a smirk. "Did you?" Kakashi said from behind him. The target Sasuke hit turned into a log. Kakashi delivers a fast kick to Sasuke's back. As Sasuke recoiled from the unexpected attack, Kakashi's swift kick sent him sprawling forward. The impact drove the breath from his lungs, leaving him momentarily stunned. "You're too predictable, Sasuke," Kakashi remarked casually, his tone laced with amusement. Sasuke gritted his teeth, his frustration mounting. He had thought his attack was flawless, but Kakashi's effortless evasion had caught him off guard. Meanwhile, Naruto, hidden nearby, observed the exchange with keen interest. He noted Kakashi's quick reflexes. As Sasuke regained his footing, he narrowed his eyes, his focus sharpening as he prepared to launch another assault. As Sasuke regained his composure, he wasted no time in launching himself into a series of lightning-fast taijutsu maneuvers. With a flurry of punches and kicks, he aimed to overwhelm Kakashi and exploit any openings in his defense. However, Kakashi proved to be a formidable opponent. With years of experience and mastery over taijutsu, he effortlessly dodged Sasuke's strikes, seamlessly weaving between each attack with fluid grace. Sasuke's frustration grew as his blows failed to connect, each one met with a swift counter from Kakashi. Despite his best efforts, Sasuke found himself unable to gain the upper hand against the seasoned jonin. Kakashi's movements were like water, flowing effortlessly as he countered Sasuke's every move with precision and finesse. With each dodge and block, he assessed Sasuke's abilities, probing for weaknesses to exploit. Sasuke gritted his teeth, his determination fueling his relentless assault. He refused to back down, channeling all of his focus and strength into his attacks as he sought to break through Kakashi's defenses. But Kakashi remained unfazed, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Sasuke's growing frustration. With a calculated strike, he seized an opening in Sasuke's defense, delivering a powerful blow that sent the young genin staggering backward. Despite his best efforts, Sasuke found himself outmatched by Kakashi's superior skill and experience. As the battle raged on, it became increasingly clear that victory would not come easily against such a formidable opponent. Sasuke, realizing he was outmatched in taijutsu, decided to resort to ninjutsu. Channeling his chakra, he swiftly formed the necessary hand signs for the fire style. Fireball Jutsu. With a determined glare, he unleashed a searing fireball at Kakashi, aiming to catch him off guard. Kakashi, caught off guard by Sasuke's proficiency with ninjutsu, was struck by the fireball. As the flames engulfed him, he gritted his teeth against the searing heat, the force of the impact sending him staggering backward. Sasuke smirked triumphantly, confident in his ability to land a hit on his formidable opponent. However, as the dust settled, he realized Kakashi was nowhere to be seen. Confusion flickered in Sasuke's eyes as he scanned the area, searching for any sign of his elusive target. Suddenly, a sensation of weightlessness swept over Sasuke as he felt himself being pulled beneath the ground. Before he could react, he found himself trapped in the earth, his body immobilized save for his head protruding from the ground. Kakashi emerged from the ground nearby, his expression unreadable as he looked down at Sasuke. With a casual remark, he turned to leave, leaving Sasuke glaring after him, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. Meanwhile, Naruto observed the exchange with keen interest, contemplating his own strategy for facing Kakashi. Remembering Danzo's orders to keep his abilities under wraps, Naruto decided to rely on his conjuration nen type. As Naruto approached Kakashi, he made a swift decision not to conjure his signature playing cards, knowing that it would reveal his identity as Hisoka. Instead, he focused his aura into his hands, manifesting two gleaming swords with razor-sharp edges. The air crackled with anticipation as Naruto closed the distance between himself and Kakashi, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Kakashi observed Naruto's approach with a keen eye, noting the shift in his demeanor. The young genin radiated a palpable sense of determination, his aura tinged with a subtle intensity that belied his age. As Naruto drew closer, Kakashi prepared himself for the impending clash, his senses sharp and focused. With a silent nod of acknowledgement, Naruto squared off against Kakashi, his swords held at the ready. The training ground buzzed with tension as the two opponents prepared to engage in battle. With a surge of adrenaline coursing through his veins, Naruto lunged forward, his sword slicing through the air with lethal precision. Kakashi met his advance with a calm demeanor, his own skillful movements weaving seamlessly between Naruto's strikes. The clash of steel rang out across the training ground as Naruto and Kakashi engaged in a fierce battle, each one pushing the other to their limits. With each exchange, Naruto's determination burned brighter, his resolve unyielding in the face of adversity. As the battle raged on, Naruto's swords danced with deadly grace, their gleaming edges flashing in the sunlight. With each strike, he sought to test Kakashi's defenses, probing for weaknesses to exploit. Kakashi, for his part, met Naruto's onslaught with calculated precision, his movements fluid and precise. Despite the ferocity of Naruto's attacks, Kakashi remained compassed, his years of experience serving him well in the heat of battle. The training ground became a blur of motion as Naruto and Kakashi clashed, their movements a testament to their skill and determination. With each passing moment, the intensity of their battle grew, each one pushing themselves to the brink in pursuit of victory. As Naruto charged at Kakashi, his bloodlust taking over, Kakashi calmly assessed the situation. Despite the intensity of Naruto's approach, Kakashi remained compassed, his mind racing to formulate a plan of action. Kakashi deftly dodged Naruto's initial strike, narrowly avoiding the razor-sharp edge of his blades. The force of Naruto's attack sent a gust of wind rippling through the air, stirring the dust beneath their feet. Kakashi's keen eyes never wavered as he maintained his focus on Naruto, analyzing his movements for any sign of weakness. He noted the ferocity in Naruto's eyes, a testament to the young genin's determination to prove himself in battle. As Naruto pressed his assault, Kakashi seamlessly weaved through his strikes. Despite Naruto's relentless onslaught, Kakashi remained steadfast, his years of experience guiding his every move. He parried Naruto's attacks with practiced ease, countering with swift and calculated strikes of his own. As the battle raged on, Kakashi's analytical mind worked overtime, seeking out Naruto's vulnerabilities amidst the chaos of their clash. He noted the slight hesitations in Naruto's movements, a sign of his inexperience in combat. With a well-timed maneuver, Kakashi disarmed Naruto, knocking his blades from his grasp. Seizing the opportunity, Kakashi swiftly closed the distance between them, his kunai poised to strike. With quick thinking, he tapped into his Nen abilities, summoning forth his Bungee Gum Technique, making it invincible. With a flick of his wrist, he launched the sticky substance towards the blades, ensnaring them in its elastic grip. Kakashi's eyes widened in surprise as he watched Naruto's unexpected maneuver. With his weapons back in hand, Naruto braced himself for the next phase of their confrontation. As the intense battle continued, Kakashi couldn't shake the nagging feeling of suspicion that gnawed at the back of his mind. It defied logic that a newly graduated genin could possess such skill and combat prowess. Naruto's abilities surpassed those of an average academy student by a significant margin, leaving Kakashi with more questions than answers. Despite his outward calm demeanor, Kakashi's mind raced with possibilities. Could Naruto be hiding a secret past? Was there more to him than met the eye? The uncertainty lingered like a shadow, casting doubt on the true nature of Naruto's abilities. With each exchange of blows, Kakashi searched for clues, analyzing Naruto's movements and techniques for any hint of deception. Yet, the more he observed, the more elusive the truth became. Naruto fought with a determination and skill that belied his status as a mere genin, leaving Kakashi to wonder what other surprises lay hidden beneath the surface. Kakashi resolved to uncover the truth behind Naruto's enigmatic abilities. Whether friend or foe, ally or adversary, one thing was certain. Naruto Uzumaki was a force to be reckoned with, and Kakashi was determined to unravel the mystery that surrounded him. Naruto, not wanting to reveal more of his combat prowess, retreats, leaving Kakashi to contemplate the battle. Naruto goes to find the unconscious Sakura. He carries her to Sasuke's location. There he digs out Sasuke out of the hole. After that he breaks Sakura out of the genjutsu. Sakura slowly regained consciousness, her eyes fluttering open in confusion. She was astounded to see Sasuke alive and well, unable to comprehend what had just happened. Naruto explained to her that it was all a genjutsu, a trick played by Kakashi to test their abilities. Sakura's disbelief turned to realization as Naruto's words sank in. She looked at Sasuke, who nodded in confirmation, finally understanding the truth behind the ordeal she had just faced. Naruto then revealed the true purpose of Kakashi's test, explaining that it wasn't simply about obtaining the bells, but rather about teamwork and strategy. Sakura and Sasuke listened intently, surprised by Naruto's insight and analytical thinking. After a moment of reflection, Sakura and Sasuke agreed with him. Determined to pass Kakashi's test and prove their worth as a team, Naruto, Sakura and Sasuke devised a plan to confront the formidable Jonin. They discussed their strategy in hushed tones, their heads close together as they formulated their approach. Naruto suggested using their individual strengths to their advantage, while Sakura proposed coordinating their attacks to create openings for each other. With their plan in place, they set out to find Kakashi, moving stealthily through the training ground. As they approached their target, they could sense his presence nearby. Naruto took the lead, his senses sharp and his determination unwavering. Sakura and Sasuke followed closely behind, ready to support him in their coordinated assault. They spotted Kakashi standing near a cluster of trees, his attention focused elsewhere. Seizing the opportunity, Naruto signaled to his teammates, and they sprang into action. Sakura launched a barrage of explosive tags towards Kakashi, aiming to create a distraction. Meanwhile, Sasuke unleashed a flurry of shuriken, aiming to disrupt Kakashi's defenses. As Kakashi reacted to the sudden onslaught, Naruto seized the moment to strike. With a burst of speed, he charged towards Kakashi, his blades at the ready. Kakashi deftly dodged Sakura and Sasuke's attacks, but Naruto's relentless assault kept him on the defensive. Working together seamlessly, the trio pressed their advantage, forcing Kakashi to evade their combined onslaught. Despite Kakashi's skill and experience, he found himself hard-pressed to fend off their coordinated attacks. Naruto, Sakura and Sasuke fought with determination and precision, each complementing the other's abilities. Their teamwork paid off as they gradually wore down Kakashi's defenses, inching closer to their goal of obtaining the bells. With each coordinated strike, they pushed Kakashi further and further back, until finally, they cornered him, leaving him no choice but to surrender the bells. Naruto, Sakura and Sasuke stood victorious, their teamwork and determination shining through. With their combined effort, they had passed Kakashi's test and proven themselves worthy of becoming genin. Kakashi congratulates them. He asks how they were able to see through his test. Sasuke and Sakura exchange glances before turning to Naruto, who stood before them with a confident grin. It was Naruto's idea, Sakura explained, her voice filled with admiration for her teammate. He pointed out that a newly graduated genin wouldn't stand a chance against an experienced jonin like you, Kakashi-sensei. Naruto nodded, his expression serious now. We realized that the true test wasn't about capturing the bells, it was about working together as a team, using our strengths to cover each other's weaknesses. Kakashi listened intently, a hint of pride shining in his eyes as he observed his young students. "Impressive," he remarked, a small smile tugging at the corners of his lips. "You've demonstrated resourcefulness, creativity, and most importantly, teamwork. Those are essential qualities for any shinobi." Sasuke and Sakura exchanged another glance, silently acknowledging Naruto's leadership and insight. Together, they had overcome a formidable challenge and emerged stronger as a team. With Kakashi's congratulations ringing in their ears, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke stood united, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead as they embarked on their journey as Genin. After passing them, Kakashi told his team to follow him to the cemetery. He led them to a quiet corner of the village, where rows of solemn memorial stones stood as silent sentinels. "So this is where he comes all the time," Sakura whispered to Sasuke as they followed Kakashi. Standing before a particular memorial stone, Kakashi paused, his gaze solemn as he read the names etched into the stone. His team approached, standing respectfully behind him. "This is where our fallen comrades are honored," Kakashi began, his voice carrying a weight of reverence. "All of them have fought for the good of this village. I am proud to call them my comrades." Sakura felt a surge of emotion as she looked at the names engraved on the stone. These were the heroes who had sacrificed everything for the safety and prosperity of their village. "One of them once told me," Kakashi continued, his tone grave yet earnest, "that those who abandon the mission are scum, but those who abandon their comrades are worse than scum. Remember that." His words resonated deeply with Sakura. She felt a newfound determination stirring within her, resolve to honor the sacrifices of those who had come before her by giving her all in service to her village and her team. Sasuke, too, was moved by Kakashi's words. Though he kept his emotions guarded, he couldn't deny the sense of respect and admiration he felt for the fallen shinobi whose names adorned the memorial stone. I hope you guys liked the story. If you did, click on any of the videos which are popping on the screen right now. I promise you'll love them too. If you like my videos, you can like and subscribe too. I'll see you on another amazing What If video, guys. Love you all, peace.